I was coming up here, I was so excited to be here and to speak with you today. But I tell you, after that song, it just got me. It just got me in this place. But I'm gonna bring my energy back up because that's what we're talking about, energy today. And so I'm Reverend Sherry, and again, good morning, and good morning to the virtual world. Thank you, Reverend Harriet, for allowing me to come and share in your pulpit today. I am so grateful. Yes. And again, we'll be talking about energy. And this has been a subject I've been actually, what I would say, studying for the past maybe year. I came here, the first time I came to this church was in August of last year. And there was a workshop. I didn't attend the workshop, but I did attend the service that Sunday. And man, oh man, oh man. I understand that these workshops are given every year. I will never miss another one. August 4th, great. I will never miss another one. I met one of the presenters here, and I have not left her side since. This woman has introduced me to things that I've been in this philosophy over 30 years, and I'm just now understanding. I'm understanding who I am in God. I'm accepting that, who I am in God. I'm accepting the love that I am in God. I'm accepting the energy that I give out into the world. I'm taking accountability for who I am and how I show up and who I have in my circle. You know, we always think about, how you're going to be, but who are you having in your circle? And so I want to begin with this quote by Ernest Holmes. And it says, "The mind, being infinite, has the capacity to create, to evolve, and to produce whatever it desires or believes. There is no limit to the power of the mind, except the limitations we place upon it." So we have to take responsibility for our lives and how we live our lives. And so I'm just going to go through this real quick about what is energy. Because a lot of times we think, or we know, or we say, I'm not even going to say no, or just think, or talk about, oh, they don't have good energy. I felt that energy. Oh, their energy wasn't cool. Or, oh, I love their energy. But do we really know what that means? I know it sometimes means that we feel good about that person or around that person, or we don't feel good around that person. And then we just all give it off to energy. But it's so much more deeper than that. It is such deeper than that. And that's what I have been learning over this past year. And I am so grateful to be able to know this and experience this, because it's how I'm living my life and how things are really showing up the way I want them to be, not the way I just allow them to unfold because that's just life, or I don't really have any control over it. That's not true. That's not true. And so it says, energy is an unseen force or an essence that permeates the universe and connects all beings. And so when they say we are one, of course we look at each other and go, we're not the same people. I don't look like her. Even when I do that with my sister, I don't look. My sister and my niece are here, and my friends are here. Hi. But it's the energy, the spirit that we're one with. That's where the oneness come up, because we come from that which created all of us, the same. We may be in different colors or flavors or whatever. That's because so we'll know each other. We all look the same, then we'd be confused. And so that's the only difference. And so we can just see each other, know who each other is, and and give that individualized expression of ourselves. And it flows in and through everything. It is deep and profound in our lives. It is the life force. It is the life force of who we are. It connects all of us, and we vibrate at different frequencies. That's the fun part. That's the part we'll learn about later. And if you come to my workshop, you'll learn more about it. And we are all in tune with this energy. When we feel like joy, excitement, happiness, all that, that's energy vibrating high. But when you feel like, oh, I'm not feeling good today, I don't like that person, or that person comes around you and they're feeling all bad and heavy, that's when you're vibrating at a low vibration. So the whole thing is we're always vibrating. We're always vibrating. Some people go like, well, I don't know. Yes, you are vibrating. It's just depending on where you're vibrating from. What's going on in your life. If you're happy and joyful and excited, you're here. But if you're complaining or don't like something or in pain, you're here. But we're always vibrating. We want to vibrate up here. So how do we measure this? And I was just saying that. How do we measure this? When I was saying, like, when you're feeling low, you know you're low. When you're feeling high, you know you're fine. I know that there were times when I was feeling all anxious and sad or angry, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't manifest things. Why weren't things happening in my life? Why weren't they showing up? I pray, but I still wasn't manifesting anything. I wasn't experiencing what I wanted, because it was much more deeper than that. It's like when Ernest Holmes says, Ernest Holmes is the founder of this philosophy, if you don't know. He says that you have to pray, and it's the same thing with the energy, like there's a fire in your belly. It's the praying of the knowing who you are, the praying of having faith in what you're praying for, to know that it's the truth, and you're the truth, and that you can have whatever that is you want. You just have to stand and know in that you are one with this magnificent being, this magnificent energy, and that you are its child. You are created and manifested in its likeness, and what it has is yours. We just have to come in sync with what it is. A lot of times we don't want to take responsibility for our lives. Someone comes up to our life, we want to blame them. It's their fault. They did that to me. I tell you about a job I had, and it was all their fault. They were terrible. They did this, they did that. No, you don't understand. If they didn't do this, then this wouldn't happen. But then when I got an opportunity to step back and look and see what was really going on, it was me. It was me. It was my complaining. It was my, agreeing with other people because they were having similar experiences. It was just not a good thing. And you're talking about energy. And they probably felt my energy. But I'm still blaming, no, it's them. No, my energy is like this because of who they are. It doesn't matter who they are. It matters how I show up, who I am, how I am showing up in life, how I am showing up in God, how I am just showing up. I tell you about this class I'm talking about, I'm taking with, I just have to give her name, Reverend Cheryl Hawkins. I've been like her little, like you said, Jesus touched the hem of the garment. I touched the hem of Cheryl. I'm taking this creative mind class. We're on our second time taking this one class because we love it so much. And it's so empowering. And the tools that she's giving us and just reaffirming who we are, especially when we talk as if we're not, she stops right there and reminds us. There are times when people know that what you're saying, or your friends know what you're saying. They don't really stop you because they don't want to offend you or, feel like they're telling you what to do. She don't care. She's going to stay in truth. You're going to know the truth in this class. You're going to know the truth. And so with that, I start to feel empowered and like knowing who I am in God. Who I am. Sherry, enough. This magnificent being on this earth. that is one with the magnificence of God and all others. So in this class, we're asked to come up with an intention for the class. And mine was prosperity. It's amazing because I'm like, yeah, I pray and I want, whatever it is I want. And my prosperity was in money. I tell you, I don't want to say I was shocked because I'm supposed to believe, right? I'm supposed to know. But I was shocked. I had checks coming to me that I really, and it sustained me this far. I just really was surprised. I said, this stuff really works. And so, I said, I need to really be more clear in how I'm moving through this plane, how I'm moving through this earth, how I'm moving around, how I'm showing up with people. So this is one of the things, how do we shape this energy? How do we shape it? Because you know what I've been taught all this time is that we get to shape our energy. We do. Nobody else does it for us. There's no God out there trying to, say, okay, I'm going to take care of you today. No. We are all in this together. And so it's really keeping our minds clear, being aware of what we focus on, who we hang out with, how we show up, how we talk, how we think of ourselves. How do we think of ourselves? Like I said, I'm this magnificent being. Yeah, I'm going to start claiming who I am. And it doesn't matter what anyone else says about me. It only matters what I say about me. Who do I know I am? I am a magnificent child. And I'm going to stand in there and know that in God there is only good. And I am one with that. I am his child. I am his loving entity that has been placed on this sphere of time to show up as Sherry, to show up as love, to show up as joy, and to show up knowing that I can have, and being the teacher and showing people how I live and knowing I'm living in God. They say Jesus was a way shower. I'm a way shower. And I'm walking in it. Oh, yes, I'm just so grateful to be here. This is amazing. This is an amazing time. Because even though with all the stuff going on, we are learning. We are really learning. This is a time that, what they call the paradigm is shifting. We are in that time where things are changing, and we get to see things are changing. Churches are changing. We are centers for spiritual living. We've changed our name. And then the other traditional Christianity churches are talking about, prosperity and love, and they just changed the whole conversation because we're learning a different way of being. We're learning that God really is not just something to talk about. It is something to live and to be and to express and to love. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you for allowing me to be a vessel through which you move and have your way. And so again, as far as manifesting, we have to manifest at a high vibration, and we do that by love. We do that by joy. We do that by being grateful to find something to be grateful in everything. Everything. There's always something to be grateful for. I think about my sister passing, and I was like really going through my stuff. I was angry. I was angry at God. How could this happen? She's too young. She's a practitioner. She prayed all the time. She meditated all the time, blah, 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 blah. And I wasn't feeling good for months. I would say for years, because it's been 8 years now. But, a little while after that, probably like a year or so, I don't know, months after that, I began to realize and to give thanks that I even had the opportunity to walk the time on this earth with her as I did. That's what I found the grateful in. And I said, thank you. Thank you for that time we had together. And this is how I'm showing up in my life, to know and just to be in those places of joy and just reminding myself of how good my life is, regardless of what I think is going on around me or what I see that's going on around me. That there is a God. There is this being. There is this energy. There is this presence. The presence. When we feel that presence, we know that's the energy of God moving through us. Because some of us, think God is, man up in the sky, and okay, that's okay. We all get to think what we want to think. But man, if he was in the sky, I wouldn't feel him down here. I wouldn't feel him. He's right here with me. And I say he because that's a habit, because I know God is a presence, is a powerful presence, and, being comfortable and growing up in a traditional way, he is what we do. But I know God is a powerful presence that moves in and through each and every one of us at all times, no matter what. So wherever we go, that's where we are. We all here together. We feel this energy. We feel this vibration. We feel this feeling of grandness and love. And, when you're at that place where you just, that heart is just so happy and joyful, you know that you are vibrating up here. And so, again, by shaping our energy is to remind ourselves where we are at all times, to be mindful in where we are and how we're showing up and what we're saying, who we're hanging around, how we're being, all that good stuff. In this philosophy, it says, change your thinking, change your life. For real. If you're seeing stuff in your life that you don't like, guess what? Look back and see, what are you thinking about? What are you focusing on? Because I know that, I'll just tell you a little story. I remember going through a divorce. It was not easy. And I had a friend who was a practitioner, and she, in the beginning, would let me listen to, she would listen to me, say all the stuff I said. And then she says, okay, Sherry. After, a little while, she says, okay, I want you to start focusing on, how do you want your house now? How do you, just focusing on good things that I really want to have in my life. And because she knew these things would make me feel good. Not so much about getting the things, really, but to get my mind off of this over here. And I remember calling her one day, and I was crying. I was back to my crying and stuff. And she let me talk for about 2 seconds. She said, Sherry. I said, what? She said, what you thinking about? And I was like, oh. And instantly, the tears stopped. Because I was focusing. I was stuck over here. And so when I stopped, and I started thinking over here, it's like, oh, I am feeling better. I'm not crying. I'm not sad. Because, sometimes when we get stuck over on this side, we get stuck. And then we just can't stop until somebody almost like it's a spiritual slap. Like, bam, they don't really hit you, but they say something to you to make you realize, oh, my goodness, yes. And so that's what she did. That's what she did. But it just reminded me that I'm choosing this pain. I'm choosing where I am. And so I just want to say, and I don't know how much time how long I've been talking, but 20 minutes? Okay, good. Okay, so I just want to go in closing then. This is a quote by Deepak Chopra, and it says, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics. So even the scientists are believing this. And so let's just come together. And I just want to read this while your eyes are closed before I pray. Everything in the universe, including ourselves, is composed of energy. We must align our own energetic frequency with what we desire in order to manifest it. By understanding and working with the principles of energy and vibration, we have the power to shape our experiences and create the life we truly want. So let's just all breathe that in. And knowing in this life there is the one, God. God. Oh God. I feel my oneness with you. My life is about knowing you more intimately and deeply. As I speak this truth for myself, I speak it for everyone. Because why else will we be here on this plane? I declare in this moment that we recognize our oneness, that we know who we are, we show up as who we are, and we live in joy. We radiate at high frequencies always. And when we're riding low, we are aware, and we get to choose higher. And we do. I'm grateful to be able to speak this word, knowing that the truth has been spoken. And that we live in this place of love and peace and joy and prosperity. I give thanks for this. I give thanks for this. There's so much more as I let it go. I have to not carry this on my own. I let it go. It is God that does the work. I release and I let it be, and so it is. Thank you.